Previously on Deep Six.
So everyone fully seen, if anyone would care to watch, as behind you, fountains of sewage and steam are just spraying from everywhere. There looks to be constables standing all outside of the Wainwright estate, as well as you see carriages standing in front of the orphanage, ushering the children out of the orphanage itself. As from all three buildings, you see water and sewage just pouring out of any basement or low-level areas, and this smell is absolutely horrendous. You guys feel God well done as you're walking cool and calm back to the Gilded Mask, and that's where we'll land.
Cue the theme tune.
Play the theme.
No, that was
anyhow.
very successful mission.
That was chaotic.
Oh my
That was
god.
really fun. It's good.
Every night I close my eyes, wonder where I go when I die. Underneath the surface I hear voices, just keep on pushing me down, trying to get to heaven, but it's all hell. And every day I wake up I still wonder if I'm dead or alive. 6 feet deep, deep six, sitting in the middle of heaven and hell. And every day I wake up I still wonder if I'm dead or alive. You know I'm undercover, underground.
All right, so where we left off, you guys had just left the Chandelier Court, heading back towards the theater. It is currently well into the evening, and everyone is covered in filth, and some of you are extremely exhausted. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna hop up. Steve's gonna hop up onto the closest chair, just boop, and I'm literally gonna take my boot off and just start emptying out all the bog water.
Okay.
Just right in the middle of the room, just right like that. Just
Okay, so you guys are back at the theater now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So as you guys are kind of coming in and dumping your boots off in the middle of the floor, Alice comes to the door and she's holding in her hands a very heartfelt but sloppily made cake with candles on and everything. And she's, congratulate! Oh, God. You guys smell like ass. And just kind of shuffles over and puts the cake down on the table next to your shitty boots.
this is a marked improvement from beforehand.
She's like, what happened?
Don't even know where
Did you go for a swim?
manner of speaking. Stenny had a bath for once.
Our first bath in 35 years.
I think you might need another one. Debrief is tomorrow. The evening is yours. Congratulations. And she just kind of pushes the cake aside and just kind of runs back into her workshop. So is there anything else that you guys want to do tonight other than just getting cleaned up and retiring for the evening?
I'm thinking I should find a bathhouse because Ruby is knackered. If I can find a bathhouse, get Daddy washed, get me washed, maybe have a happy ending, that'll make me feel better.
Fair enough. So are you guys heading back out now? Into...
Like 3 minutes. I'm sorry.
So are you pre-washing before going to the bathhouse? Or are you just
Are we
gonna
all
rock
going
up?
to the bathhouse?
Are you coming?
Okay, so
Completely up
happy
to you
ending
guys.
aside, I think we should go and get cleaned up. But I do think like it would be good before we get some kit if we have a bit of our own debrief. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very good.
So yeah, I'm up for going to the bathhouse.
That's my girl.
Cool. What about you guys?
I'm kind of looking. I'm just looking over at you, just shaking my head, just like I said, not so much as the idea of the bathhouse, which I'm very much on board with, but so much as just like what are we doing here? What has happened?
Why are we here?
This is what I think we need to talk about.
Yeah.
Why us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not our skill. It's not our spells.
It's not our smells.
We're good looking.
I say, so I'm looking at you going, well, what this is, and then just I'm clearly referencing myself.
Are you wearing your mask this entire time?
Yes, my entire time. My mask I never take the mask off. It's on all the time.
Have we never seen your face?
You've only ever seen that it's only ever going to be like from here on. Yeah. My mask is all
like with your belongings.
Well, actually, that's a good question because I don't think we ever determined because I passed one in that stall. So I'm thinking I don't have my mask.
No, in the stall, there wasn't one in the stall. You saw a mural of someone, and underneath the mural, it said the White Raven. But it was very reminiscent of your mask.
Right, got you. In which case, scrap that. Yeah, I have my mask for sure. But I've just not ever.
Yeah.
Let's say I've not ever worn it with you guys yet. I've got it on my person.
Yeah, like you've got your battle gear or whatever. I mean, like like you would have been wearing it.
Yeah.
It's just with your stuff.
Where's our masks?
Why does it cover up this beautiful face?
Exactly.
Good. Yes, there you go.
All right.
Well, I would like to clean myself, if you wouldn't mind, and then I would like to explore more as to why us and why we're here. But I do really need a bath immediately.
Yeah.
So if you would excuse me, are we going to go to the bathhouse together, or are we going to bathe separately? I don't care which. I just want one to happen immediately.
Oh, I'm just saying it's falling asleep. I'm
Just
not in full filth. Just like
So is everyone going to the bathhouse?
yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
I fully suggest a Mac just takes me with you. You have to wash me like when I'm asleep.
Well, I was very happy that they made the distinction between a bathhouse and a brothel because a lot of times people
So am I, but that's a weird holiday.
I feel like you all thought I was talking about a brothel.
We did.
I mean, it kind of depends on what bathhouse you go to.
Yeah.
Man, you said you were going to
There's a
church.
little bit
I
of
would assume
crossover.
you were talking about
It's a socially acceptable brothel. It's allowed.
What do you have? Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think Nemessia has ever set foot in a brothel. In fact, she has never set foot in a brothel.
There's a laugh. There's no
Ruby, definitely.
This is the first time for everything. All right. So, well, let's make this interesting.
Suddenly it's slime.
Just
Thank you.
It's like in the middle of the brothel.
Just jumps. All right. So, who is leading the way? Okay, so it's the middle of the night. As you guys head out into the Footlights area, there are still plenty of things going on. It's a very kind of nightlife area of the town. Funnily enough, though, it's late enough that nobody's really passing through. Looks at you guys drenched and covered in muck, and even the smell, at this time of night, it's not exactly unheard of. And so, first off, if you will roll me an investigation check to look and see if we can find. I assume you're kind of actively looking for a bathhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't found one before, so.
13 plus 1.
Okay. All right. So at this point, I need everyone else to roll for me a d20.
Ooh.
5.
13.
17.
Okay.
Stenny's getting the happy ending.
Somebody hand me a pencil.
There you go.
Oh my,
All right.
I,
6 and
oh my
5.
God, he's got a mask on.
That's not the only place he has a mascot. You're weird. It's a weird one. It's a face. You kill I'm laughing.
5, 13, and what?
17. Oh no, he forced us to do math already.
I'm scared.
I'm more scared of going anywhere with Ruby than I am of any monster. I'm just like, where are you going to take us?
Absolutely.
Mac was fine. I stabbed him with a needle. Other than that, you loved it.
Okay. And I was just exasperated. Just
Mac is
tired.
All right.
So you actually notice the signage for a couple of different places advertising for bathhouse. It's a pretty common thing for people to be looking for when they're coming to visit the Footlights area to see a show or to relax or whatever. And so the ones that you find, you see one which has the name of Misty Springs. It says Misty Springs Bathhouse. And it's kind of an elegant looking sign. It looks like it's freshly painted, and it does, however, have the stipulation at the bottom says prices are variant.
Okay.
Another one that you see pointing in, it's in the direction that it's kind of down another alleyway. So you think that this one is actually in the Footlights. So that one was pointing back towards the market area where you guys were earlier, more into the city center. Whereas this one's kind of back down a little alleyway here in the Footlights. And it says this is Wet Willie's Waterworks. Bathhouse.
Ruby.
I think that sounds more like Stenny.
And the next and final advertisement that you find is more down towards the docks area. So this has kind of a run where the street begins to kind of decline towards the Astral Docks, and it's literally just an old 2x4, and someone has scrawled on it in charcoal or chalk or something, and it just says Bob's Tub.
I turn to Nemessia and I'm against her leg and I go, huh?
So which way are you guys headed?
What do you think, guys?
Do we have money? Because I don't know how much we start with.
Right. So everybody has been given their wooden coin.
Oh yeah.
And other than that, you don't have anything.
Shit.
So you do know that gold and jewels are traded, used, accepted here just like anything else, but the general day-to-day functioning seems to be with people using these wooden coins, and you each have one. So it would just depend.
We used it on the boat and he gave us it back, so I'm not sure what the exchange rate was for that.
Yeah. If we go to the fancy one, will they let us in smelling of piss and shit?
That's what we gotta find out.
I think
Oh, I take it we want to go to the fancy one then.
I'd not be seen in Bob's Tub. Thank you.
No,
I'm pointing at Bob's Tub.
Yeah, absolutely. Wants to know Bob's Tub.
Bob's Tub. It does exactly what it says. It's called Bob's Tub. What else do you want? Bob's Tub.
You could take Daddy to Bob's Tub.
Tempted.
That sounds like a great
That's
idea.
a great idea. Can I question? Can we
Well, no one's going the party.
go to different locations? Keep it in one location.
Whatever you want to do.
I don't want, because I really want to go to Bob's Tub.
I don't think Daddy would get into Misty Falls.
Is the dog just out walking around with you guys, or did you put him in the ball?
He's out in the at the moment.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I don't like the idea that me and the dog are going to the top. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take. I take the suggestion, and I'm gonna try Bob's Tub, and I'm gonna take the dog with me. I'm not calling the dog
I'll
with
give you
me.
his ball in case you want to put him away.
That's massive minus. What's this supposed to do?
You just go get in, Daddy. You'll get in.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
All right, so 1 for Bob's Tub or 2 Cat the Dog. Where's everybody else headed?
I think Mac is going to go to Bob's Tub as well. More so, just so he makes sure that Stenny has a wash. Like, just so there's none of this, like him coming back smelling still like that.
All right.
Oh, right.
And we're having a proper.
We're having a spa. Yeah, you're going to the posh one. Nemessia, obviously dead and mom stuff.
All right.
It's not happening. And I think Nemessia, unlike you, is actually quite glad that the boys are going somewhere else. Yes, she's quite happy to see the Backies for a wee while. Even though Jane, the player, really wants to go to Bob's Tub. What's going on there?
Guys in the spa.
I don't know why. There's something that's like Bob's Tub to Mac is more acceptable than whatever the hell Wet Willie's Warlocks is. Like.
Wet Willis has been completely like.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go with the lads first then. All right. So you guys walk down past the end of the footlights and into the beginning of the Astral Docks area. From this advantage, you can see that this area seems to be where this essential island or rock that the city exists upon kind of begins curving off into the abyss. So you're kind of heading downhill, and you're looking. You can see the docks themselves. You can see several airships, and which you would assume have some sort of astral flight capability or whatever, but they do all seem to be moored and docked at the moment. It's nothing moving. A couple of flickering street lights, the odd pub and inn still going. A few patrons bobbing in and out, but there's nothing, it's not quite as raucous as footlights were moments before. Can each of you roll a d6 for me, please?
5.
Oh, 5.
So, about a quarter mile into the docks area, you see an old bathhouse, and it's quite literally just looks like a wooden shack with a single window and a single door. The window that exists is quite steamy, and there are just loads and loads of just different bins of pipes and things, kind of all working their way either to or from this building. You're not really sure, but it almost looks like a creature of some kind. There's like it just almost looks like this very, very tiny shack just has all these appendages of pipework. You see dirty and splintered wooden benches as you enter, just kind of scattered around the baths. It's almost like the whole building itself is just like one big bath or sauna. A visitor can be seen wiping down one of the baths before they use it. So,
okay, bingo.
Distant coughing kind of echoes through the place. You can't quite see to the back corners because it's that full of steam. And as you walk in, a little goblin walks up and hands you a towel, and he's like, "That'll be one kind."
So, I'm gonna the little wooden. The only thing I look in my little bag. The only thing I have is a wooden coin.
All right.
To copper.
All right. So he takes it from you, looks to you.
Right.
He hands you a towel that, like to you, it's just a bath cloth. But he's like, "There you go." and so he takes your 2 coins and kind of looks them over, looks up at you like, and he bites one of them, which it's a wooden coin, so it's got those marks in it. And he just kind of hands the piece back, almost as if it's been stamped.
Yeah.
And so you get your coin back. He's like, "Well, you had a couple of things available. What were you looking for? Anything specific or just a general use?"
Just a big tub to soak.
What about the dog? How much for the dog?
The dog, he kind of scratches his head for a minute and goes behind the little desk there and pulls out little journal. He's like, nothing in about any dogs. So I guess the same prices for the two of these.
Trying to work out if this is the goblin doing it or if this is Jade. I don't know which.
You may never know. So we got a couple things, Web. You got a basic massage. You got a herbal bath. Some therapeutic massage. The elemental steam room is quite nice this time of year. But I do recommend either the hair rejuvenation or intimate dance lessons, because you know there are a few things that we pride ourselves on here at Tub, and the intimate dance lessons I think are probably some of the finest you'll find in all of the dances.
I'm gonna take them. You've got to take it.
So who's talking to? I can't talk to the tall one.
What accent is that, Jay?
I don't fucking know.
It's been brilliant.
Goblin.
It is.
It's a goblin accent. Goblin.
Jerky boy goblin.
Kind of a bit of like the nanny. Do you know what I mean?
You your mother with a haystack.
To check the menu.
Hank just rubs his bald head. Is that hair rejuvenation's not for me?
Maybe you need the hair rejuvenation.
The questions are like overwhelming, Stenny, because there's just too much like options, and just a bath, pal, just a path.
All right, just a bath. I think the current are covered. So just head back down the hallway there and pick a tub, and somebody will be in to help you out. Maybe, nah, probably not. She just kind of wanders off. Just picking up random dirty towels, throwing them in a bucket.
I think that was a burn.
I know, yeah.
Oh.
I need to know the goblin's name. Do we have a name for the goblin by any chance?
The goblin's name? My name's Braun.
Amazing.
Everybody's time. I just like his name.
I'm actually surprised at the range of services available at Bob's Tub.
I know.
I think you two got all high and mighty.
I think we did.
I think we did. But maybe we're going to get
Location. Bob's Tub.
write that down.
Some kind of Jersey boy.
All right, so you guys both going to pick tubs?
Yeah.
I've just found one that can accommodate me. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand beside Stenny until I make sure he gets in the tub. Like,
That's all right, big man. Get in the tub, calm down.
These are all goblin-sized tubs. Right? And on your way to the goblin-sized tubs, it's like you know, like when you go to the gym and there's like the little squeeze bottles of like cleaning solution and rags and stuff. There are several of tables with that kind of stuff set out. So clearly you're meant to clean your own tub before you get there, and all of them are in dire need of a clean. Like it looked like. We won't go into detail on that.
I just seen Daddy use a head in one of the top. Stop looking at that! You lost in Nemessia!
Just kind of follows you.
Never going to live it down.
All right, so surprisingly enough, though, like the water that's coming through, it is piping hot. So you do at least feel that the water that's coming in is clean. If maybe the floor and surrounding area is not so great. So there's soap on a rope and a couple other communal items hanging around, which are a little bit dodgy, but it is, for all intents and purposes, a fully functioning bathhouse.
So Mike's just kind of like sat in this bathtub, like arms and legs just out.
That's what's gonna happen.
Hanging out the side.
Like you really have to
Water can-
try
Yeah.
to keep your foot off the ground, even when you're in the tub. Like it's like that small, you know. But you do manage to kind of wiggle your way in, and you know there's still a little water left around the tub. And so we'll leave you guys there for right now. Ladies, you made your way back in towards the city, and find yourself at the entrance to Misty Springs. And,
sounds delightful.
as you walk in through these kind of fully glassed-in doors with kind of bronze handles, again, all the glass fully steamed. But as you open the door, you enter into kind of a waiting parlor. And you are met by Lyra, who introduces herself. Also, you can see the name tag on her uniform. And she's standing there, and she says, she has a round, cheerful face, long red hair, and she's carrying what looks to be an assortment of bath oils. And she goes, "Yes, how may I?" "Oh, Ma."
Yes.
And she just kind of brings her hand up, and she kind of pops open one of the oils and is just kind of holding it underneath her nose. And she's like, "What may I do for you?"
Well, clearly we're in need of a good wash. I do apologise for the smell. Where can we, first of all, get washed?
Well, that is without a doubt that you do need a wash. However, might I recommend Wet Willie's Waterworks, which is just down the street, might be a little more to your liking. And price range.
And this is when Nemessia's high birth is going to kick in, and she will walk straight up to Lyra and say, "Miss, we will be washed, and then we will be pampered. We can pay, and I will hear nothing more of it."
And Ruby is going to use her finger.
Stabbing knife.
To be fair, why didn't I think of just like trying to
That'd be nice to have.
I've used all my stealth lots anyway, so I'm like,
It's in my my ability. No, my skills. Where's my skills? I've lost all my skills. Silver Phoenix. I know that I have.
Ruby kicks the last lady and breaks her.
I have my brooch. Did I not finish writing it down? No. Okay, I know I have Charm Person. Here we go. I've got Charm and I've got Command. Can I use them?
I mean, you can absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to use Vicious.
Did you? Now remember, you're still exhausted.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, you were just kicking stuff from what I've been.
Yeah.
I didn't use
Just a
anything.
solid bag of salt.
Yes.
Yeah, I got
All
my
right.
hand out.
So why don't we go with? You can go with an intimidation check, and even without using the spell, if you wanted to try, and I mean, or do you want to use the spell and try and convince her that way? Or do you want to try and team up with Nemessia here and either go for intimidation or deception on your part? Because you are not highborn, so you wouldn't be able to kind of pull from that, but you might be able to.
Will we just go for Vicious Mockery straight up?
No, just go for it. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Look, if it doesn't work, we're getting sent down to Wet Willies anyway, so we
might as
just give
well.
it a go.
Yeah, it's life or death.
I'm pretty sure Vicious Mockery is a damage doing.
It is a damage to the spell.
Looks like you might kill her.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
Then she wouldn't be in the way.
You know.
It's true. It's true. I'm having a bad influence on her.
Nemessia's just in a really bad mood as she's
We need pampered right now.
like, shall we just try and and why don't we try not to intimidate her? Nemessia can change her tune, but why don't we try and just persuade her nicely? Shall we do that instead?
I still have my brooch. I have my Charm Person.
That's true. So you wouldn't be at disadvantage because you have your brooch.
Okay.
So yours would just be a flat roll. And if you guys roll together, that'll be your advantage. So between the two of you, we'll take the average.
Right, cool.
This doesn't work the killer. 16.
Okay.
14.
All right. Yeah. So she kind of is a little bit taken aback when you address her, because while this is a nice place, Verdencia doesn't really have, a royal court system. There are some nobles and there are some people who, are certainly higher ups within the city, but it isn't often that she's addressed in that way, and so she feels like she has made a mistake in not knowing initially who you are, and so she kind of, terribly sorry, and she walks back over to the little podium there and picks up a feathered pen and says, names, please.
Ruby Winkstale?
Damn. Never know. I can't think of a different name.
Nemessia.
It's Mimosa.
Ruby Winkstale and Mimosa.
Yes.
Surname?
Mimosa. Hypnos.
Mimosa Hypnosa.
That's my stage name. I the boards down in the Footlights district. I'm a very well-known actress. Maybe you can't afford to see my shows, but yes, I am very well known, and I don't ever tell anyone my.
Do you not know who she is?
Roll a deception.
Hell yeah! It's a 20.
Not trying to go on. That's 16.
Okay. She's kind of looking you up and down, and like when you say stage name for a minute, she goes,
Yeah.
Stage name.
Yes.
And she just kind of goes back over, and she grabs 2 robes and hands one to each of you, and just kind of gestures through a beaded curtain, and says, "Please, do make the most of our experiences. It is often that people find that they're not able to return as often as they would like."
Oh, phew. So that's it.
I know. Well, thank you for your help. Most obliged. Come on, Mimosa.
Gives a half smile, like Mimosa. Nothing under her breath, like, yeah, bullshit.
Right, still need to kill her.
Yeah, Ruby. Okay, so, well, Ruby, you know about these things. What do we do?
Let's just rinse ourselves first and see what they have to offer.
Okay, fantastic.
All right, so this place is packed. Like there are lots and lots of people here. The first room that you enter into looks like a large central kind of pool area. Very elaborate, very kind of Victorian bath situation. Lots of ornate tile work and this kind of thing. And there are several different kind of rooms and hallways off to each side. You're not sure what each of them contain. But just as far as like a general bath, there's kind of the communal bathing area there. You see a couple people over, like there's like a salon and there's different things kind of in the corners. But you don't see any actual like private baths or anything like that. A couple people kind of soaking their feet kind of place, right?
Is there even like you go to the swimming pool, they have the little shower so that you can rinse before you go in the water?
Roll a perception check.
7.
Not that you can see.
Hello. Damn. Let's have a look around. Let's see.
Okay. So as you guys are kind of walking around, each of the doors seems to be almost like it's a separate business, right? Like it's like this is kind of the communal spa, but there are people working within the spa as well, offering different services. And so, can each of you roll a d20?
One.
Oh, did you? We should have gone Bob's tub. Should have been all going well.
Oh my god.
And they both died.
All right. So, like each of you go to a different door.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so, Ruby, as you open the door, to.
This is gonna be bad.
You open the door to a room that just has aromatherapy on it.
Yeah.
And you are met by a very large orcish woman who has a disfigured face, deep scars, and kind of a twisted smile. And as you come in, she's kind of looking at you like, right. What can I do for you? And she's clearly off her face. You don't know if it's the sense like when you walk in here, you are hit with a number of smells, and the combination of them is not great. Like kind of like when you go into like the mall or somewhere, and they've just been spraying loads of perfumes and different scents around. Like probably individually they're quite nice, but it's a bit overwhelming when you walk in. And this orcish woman looks like she's about 3 sheets to the wind. She's not drinking anything. She just looks like maybe she's been in this really small room with these aromatherapy bottles for quite a long time. I mean, in what way?
Is she going to attack me? Or
No, it seems to be like this is her business, is
okay.
selling these different
Is
scents
she
and
happy
things.
high then?
Yeah, I mean, so the aromatherapy, from what you can gather, it's just kind of like a massage thing, but they use these different scented oils for different effects.
Okay. Okay, you.
I decided to know that was done in character. That's just me.
There is no Ruby. Yes, all Ruby now. Okay. I need to get clean. I need to get smelling good. What can you do for me?
We're gonna fix you right up. She just kind of like lumbers around, looking at different bottles and then pulling different things off the shelf and moving them to a table. And she's like, "You can hang your robe on the door and face down on the table."
Okay.
This is your happy ending. Somebody's happy ending.
I want a guy.
Where's Bob when you need him?
Where's Willie?
All right.
Right.
So, are you partaking in the aromatherapy?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you remove your robe, she's kind of like behind this little part curtain
You're
thing,
next.
right? And like you just hear her like cracking knuckles, and just kind of like getting her ready. You know, she's kind of getting everything all worked out. Cracks her neck, and then she just kind of has like a bucket that she like dumps her hands in, and she's rinsing that off. And she does kind of go over to, like maybe like her coat or robe or something is kind of over to the side. You just watch as she just kind of goes over for like a little nip out of a flask and puts that back. And it seems kind of sober up for a minute. So she's like, "All right, here we go."
Oh, good.
And sorry for a second. Believe it or not, I didn't have this planned.
Naked and afraid over here.
Yes.
Your next mimosa knows
That's
that. You also failed your check.
I failed. Big time.
Okay.
I think Stenny's the only one that's
I'm
actually
having a
having
great
a
time.
nice
That's
bath.
having a good time.
Max just lying, like the little bath towel that he was given, he's just using it as an eye mask. Just like shit out everything.
Incredible.
What's Daddy doing? Drinking Stenny's bath?
Oh,
I'm actually getting on, if I feel like getting on quite well with Daddy, I'm just kind of like cleaning his hair and stuff.
Oh,
that's
enjoying them.
sweet.
that's cute.
Mostly because we both hairy and sticky, so.
Yeah.
It's just like,
All right, so I need you to roll a d20 for me, please.
what the fuck?
What is that?
20.
Great.
Best massage of your life?
Actually, roll it 2 more times.
Oh, dear God.
3. Hell yeah, 5.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. So she walks over and she's got the little tray that you saw her pulling bottles to earlier, and there's quite the array, different colors and kind of consistencies. Everything, some just look kind of almost like tar or treacle, and some are quite thin with very, variant colors to them. And she just asks you to pick 3. And so the 3 that you pick, the first one that you picked, it has kind of a red, almost fiery look to it. Like it almost looks like, looks quite thin. And as she kind of gives it a swirl, as she sets it down on the table next to you, you can see there's almost like kind of glimpse of fire within it. The second one that you picked, this one's got kind of a blue and white tinge to it. And as you watch, it's almost cloudy. It's like it has this kind of gentle kind of flow to it. And then the last one is bright pink.
Okay, so
Like-
one's going to burn the hair
Like
off my
cotton
ass.
candy pink.
One's going to soothe my ass. And the last one's going to make my ass pink.
Never know.
If you're lucky, they all do the same.
All right, so which one do you want to try first?
Let's go for the red one first.
All right.
Over and done with.
Okay, so like standard massage table, you got your head kind of like through the hole, and like all you can see is her feet, which are massive and barefoot. And
Mac.
I mean, they do probably look a lot like Max Sweeney, but just this kind of green toenails, really long. They're not pleasant feet to be staring at during this process. But they do smell nice. You can't really figure that
That's
one
a
out.
big part of the downstairs here.
We're just looking at these massive feet, and then you feel her hands on your tiny bunny rabbit shoulders, and like probably one of her hands is probably wider than the span of your shoulders, let alone like the 2 of them together. Which one did you choose?
The red one.
The red one. Okay.
I figured go with
Um,
the cloudy one after. Oh, I'm scared.
all right. So as you kind of predicted, you feel this warming sensation all over your body. It feels quite nice, but you feel it welling up within you a little bit, and you feel almost as if you could breathe fire if you wanted to let this loose at any point, but it is kind of sitting on your chest. You don't feel like you need to expel it at the moment, but you do feel like you could literally breathe fire on someone. Similar
Save
to
that
like what
for
you
that
would
woman
get.
earlier.
I mean, like similar to like what you would get with like a really strong spirits, when you're drinking. It's just kind of sitting right here. You're not really sure, but you're just thinking, man, that's pretty spicy stuff, and it's just kind of filling the air around the room.
Some buka.
Yeah. You keep going.
Okay. Oh, I'll go for the cloudy one next.
All right. So she starts working in from the second bottle, and this one, honestly, after the day you've had, it makes you feel great. I mean, like in that moment, you are totally relaxed. Maybe a little too relaxed. So you just kind of, I mean, quite literally, like you don't really feel like you have nearly the dexterity that you normally do.
Okay.
Right. So you have your speed is now reduced by half, and you have disadvantage on dexterity savings. You rolled it. All right, so I got one more bottle.
Let's go, photo.
So she kind of picks up the bottle. She goes, that's a good one. Laughing Lotus. All right, and you can see that it has like a picture of like a cartoon lotus flower, and it's just kind of giggling. Looks like a bubble bath or something like that, right? So as she starts working this one in, you can actually like it kind of tingles and tickles a little bit, and like you can hear it, you know, it's like Rice Krispies or something, but it's like you can hear like little laughs kind of all around. It is nauseatingly cute.
That's
I need you to make a DC 13 wisdom save for me.
oh god.
Oh, what?
A 13 wisdom save. So you need to roll better than 13 on a wisdom check, and you are still exhausted, so to be at disadvantage.
2. Hell yeah.
I'll do it. I was gonna say you need to check on your sheet, but I don't need to check for that. Yeah. So she kind of finishes up doing what she's doing, and you're still kind of feeling these effects and getting used to the combination of all three of them together. And you fall prone
Oh, come on.
on the floor laughing, and you are incapacitated. So you're just on the floor giggling to yourself in this room with this giant bouquet, and nobody knows you're there. And that brings us to the end of this episode of Daggers and Drams. Thank you for spending your time with us, whether you're listening on your commute, painting minis, or rolling dice at your very own table. If you enjoyed the episode, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, or following the podcast wherever you listen. We'd also like to give special thanks to everyone who helps to make this show possible. Your support means more than you know. If you want to keep up with us between episodes, you can find Daggers and Drams on YouTube, Instagram, and other platforms. As always, thanks for being a part of this journey with us. Until next time, pour yourself a dram, roll your dice, keep on telling great stories.
I wonder if I'm dead or alive. 6 feet deep.